All right. New streams. Okay, I haven't got this right here. Let me. That's better. That's a bit better with the framing. Because I got my good laptop back and everything looks better. Just like higher resolution and brighter. And the colors are nicer. It's all good. Hello, Pat, in early. Good for you, buddy. Well, if you're still there, I guess you get to see me do my usual warm-up, making a cocktail video. So, that there. Put this here. That right there. It's kind of in the middle. All right, foist things. Foist. I'm going to chill a glass because I always say I do, and I'm usually lying. This time, I'm telling the truth. Chilling the glass. Now get my film, which has got the recipe in it. Oh, West of India. Okay. Tequila. Which one's Reposado? Reposado? And Funky Rum. Ooh, I gotta open a new bottle. Okay, I'll sit down, open a new bottle. Hey, honey, how you doing? It's one way, yeah, they've conveniently put a dotted line here. And yet it doesn't want to split on that dotted line. What's that all about? Come on, God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. There we go. Been good? Good? All been good? The lawyers are good? That's what I like to hear. Everyone's been good? Okay, why the fuck has this been so difficult? Honestly. All right, fucking. Let's help if I use a knife. There we go. Fuck me sideways. Why is this giving me such a hard time? This is rum. There is tequila in the thing I'm making. The very funky Jamaican rum, Smith & Cross. 57% ABV. Very funky rum. All right. But it's a new bottle. Cracking it open. Cracking open the cold one with the boys. Amaro and Falernum. Okay. A lot of ingredients in this one. Oh, that feels good, right? Almost out of Amaro Montenegro. Wait. Falernum. No, not allspice strain. Falernum. John D. Taylor. Velvet Falernum. Cracking a cool one with the boys by myself. Okay. So we are going good. So 30 mils tequila. Reposado tequila. funny measurement. Amaro, 22.5 mils. There is not much of that left. I need some more Amaro. No, wait, I've got an extra bottle, don't I? It was on special. Yes! Glad I remembered that before I went out and bought another bottle. Right, Falernum sherry and rum and chocolate bitters. That's a satisfying sound. We're going to look at mole bitters. Ooh, that is aromatic, so the bitters. Okay, everything's ready. Everything's ready. Hello, Dr. Abigail. You got a blackout at your house, Pat. Ooh, spooky. You love your horror and stuff. Imagining any horror monsters can... Oh, man. Okay. That was a mistake. How can I fix this mistake? I have to change something about this power cord. Okay. Gotta do this. Loop it over there. And I gotta get this over here. I'm just rearranging stuff a little today because I finally got my good laptop back home. Dr. Abigail. So a little bit of rearranging to do. I thought I'd finished, but not quite, as it turns out. Okay. And Robert Duvall, by the way, legendary Hollywood actor in a million films. He was the consigliere Tom Hagen in The Godfather. He was Colonel Kilgore in Apocalypse Now, the one who flew in on the helicopters playing Ride of the Valkyries. Charlie Don't Surf. And just so many films. He's like 95. So, you know, close enough to an 80-year career. Well, I suppose he hadn't been in anything for a little while, but... Okay. Getting ready. So good. Okay, a lot of ingredients in this one. But we're ready to go. Okay. Tequila. Oh, got a little splash out. Sherry. Amaro. Rum. Falernum? That is not falernum. This is falernum. And 1 dash of chocolate bitters. And we are done. Okay. And now we put. You know what I should do? should get... Oh, shit. Left my cherries out in the kitchen. Hey, Pat. Brett Day. What was it? Havili. Hello. Back in a minute. Okay. And I was pouring out some of the syrup from this cocktail cherry. Where's my skewer? Okay. God fucking damn it. Ah, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Spilled some of the syrup in here. I just need to just sit comfortably. Okay. Let's stab. They're not streaming on Thursday night. I want to have an extra cherry tonight. Alright. Oh shit. I'm fucking around with stuff there. Okay. So that's ready. We are now ready. Put some ice in there. And put some more ice in there. There. Dots enough, got the eyes. And magpies singing out the front. It's just waiting for some ice to fly out. Kind of knew what was going to happen. Yeah. We have high hopes for this one. Hope it doesn't disappoint. Pause the drink. Wash line, look at that. It's over here for the moment. And the cherries. Okay. Dots to close-ups. Now I'll do the talk. So theoretically, I'll be doon chatting to you all within 5 minutes. Let's see, shall we? Just going to put some lids on to avoid disasters. Right. Right there. Okie dokie. How are we doing with this being lined up? Why is it so fucking crooked? It says it's even. Spirit level, why do you lie to me? No, that's fine. Is this ready? Yeah, it's ready. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is a cocktail called West of India. Caught my eye for a number of reasons. First, it's a Phil Ward recipe, or my adaptation of a Phil Ward recipe, based on what I have on hand. Second, it's got a pretty wild collection of ingredients. It's got 5 main ingredients plus bitters, and it was the mix of tequila and rum that caught my eye. You don't get that all that often. Got a great wash line on this. Let me give it a taste. I had high hopes for this. Let's hope it doesn't disappoint. Ooh, maybe I should build up the tension. I'll show you how to make it first. In a mixing glass, put 1 ounce or 30 mils of Reposado tequila, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of a sweet sherry, then 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of Amaro Montenegro, half an ounce or 15 mils of an aged funky rum, then 1/4 of an ounce, around 7.5 mils of Falernum, rounding things out with 1 dash of chocolate moly bitters. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and ice. Add ice to the glass, stir that for Add ice to the glass and stir it for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. I'm straining that into a chilled Nicaraguan glass and garnishing it with a couple of maraschino cherries on a skewer. You can, of course, choose your own Amaro to put in here and whatever rum you like. When the instruction said something funky, I went Smith & Cross. Ain't many as funky as this. So let's give it a taste now. Ooh, that has actually delivered. There's nothing quite as disappointing as building up your hopes for a cocktail and then it's disappointing. But yeah, like maybe not the greatest I've ever had. It's really good though. And your choice of sherry will make as much difference as any of the other ingredients. I used a Pedro Jimenez, which gives it a nice sweetness that's reminiscent of raisins. So there are just some really wild flavors, like I was saying in here. For me, it's come together really well. For you, it might be something completely different, particularly if you use different ingredients. But I think it's well worth trying West of India. Cheers. Okie dokie. Stop. Switch off. Okie dokie. Karaoke. Do, 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 do. Right, there, you switch that off. Switch that off to you, idiot. Okay, get this out of the way. Switch that off. All right, I want the lid for my cherry jar. Just over here. Careful how I put it on this time. You know what? I'm going to put my orange peel in this because I can. Interesting fact. Kenneth Rogers. Wait, what did I miss? Missed something. Oh well. C'est la vie. What's this all about then? Okie dokie. Karaoke. Hey, Celtic King, by the way. And Safa. Robert Duvall was in Bullet. Okay. Yes, Duvall is in Days of Thunder. He was in so much. It's amazing. And yes, the Susan Lee immigration plan was let's be really racist and say everyone Muslim is terribly dangerous and ignore how many dangerous white people there are, essentially. It was pandering to right-wing racists. Oh, trimming the pith. Don't even know if I need to, but you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound, I say. Okay, sorry. My ice has been melting a bit, so I'll... Other week, talking about falling down. Yeah, Duvall was the cop in Falling Down. He was also a cop in... what was the one with Sean Penn? True Colors? Something like that? Where he was the veteran who wasn't a complete shithead, and Sean Penn was the rookie who was an obnoxious, machismo-laden, racist prick. I didn't get rained on my way back to work. It rained at about 6, between 6 and 7 tonight. Pat, I did see you gave us a movie review, actually. Let's go to Discord. Oh, gee, I didn't sign in with Discord yet. Okay. I better do that. Log in. Log in. All right. Sorry. No, just to remember, I'm going to put this on my favorites. Okie doke. Just doing this. Okay. So Pat's movie review for this week. Surprise, surprise, another horror movie that he gives 10 out of 10. Whistle, which is about South American Aztec death whistle. Which they would play at funerals. And they are pretty scary. It's... they make a noise like the screaming banshee. So, Daniel, what's my opinion of Grace Time? She's pretty cool. She's done good work standing up for sexual assault survivors. And plus, I love it when, would she wear a T-shirt that said "fuck Tony Abbott" or something? Celtic's got an Aztec death whistle. There you go. Oh, all right. Now I've got a laptop that actually fucking works. I could probably play the book video that wouldn't play the other night. Oh, also, Charlie, from the perspective of recording some DVD Laserdisc talk, how's the color? Because I got my laptop back. This laptop also has the software for the webcam, so I can... To be fair, it has Windows 11 on it. Works is relative. That's true. Yeah. How's the color? Is it too yellow? Is it too red? Because I can adjust it. Celtic had a dream. I was putting on a sexy cocktail shirt, talking to Aidsy's ghost. Aidsy was talking about all the ghostly cock he was able to get. I think that's a true thing that happened. Daniel Millen is a One Nation fan. I'm unaware of who he is. But I think Grace Tame is pretty fucking cool, quite honestly. Has the world frozen over? Oh, you mean because I finally got the laptop? Yeah. Actually, I'm going to mark this down. This is one of the better ones. The colors are rich. So, okay, look, I'll bring up the... I think I can do this live. Let me see. Or is it going to say, no, you're using the camera? That's going to say you're using the camera. No, wait a sec. Maybe I can adjust them live. Grace Team was in the news a bit recently. So, but yeah, okay, colors, help me out. Colors are rich, Charlie. Do you mean, I can do less color intensity? Oh, that feels like that's almost black and white. Is that better? Or is that too far in the other direction? Should we worry about One Nation? Well, they're a pack of shitheads, and people who say they are going to vote for them are fucked in the head. That's a bit better. It's better. Okay, we like that. Less intense colors. Okay. See, I can fine-tune that now. Thanks for the sexy shirt comment, Kelty. You're also saying Ghost Aidsy was wondering about legality. Does he have to be dead for 18 years to star in ghostly porno? Yes, how does the age of consent work for ghosts? Big questions. Froze for a bit. Well, you know what? I think... where are we? Okay. Yeah, okay. What does it play in if I put it? Okay. Okay. So, okay. I'm going to try playing this. And yeah, tell me if it's working this time. Window, share audio, media player, share. Okay, we'll just change it to maximize that. Home for the earlier, I don't think One Nation are going to get a lot of seats, but who knows? Anyway, okay, let's explore. Now, you got to tell me if this is working. Well, it's time for another book cocktail for the book movie. And one thing worth knowing about me, when it comes to cocktails, I like them boozy and strong. I like a spectrum, but this book is likely to be dominated by cocktails that are very spirit forward. Not everyone likes their cocktails super strong, and I like a change of pace from time to time. I mean, my default might be, hello, bartender. In the interests of efficiency, I would like 3 standard drinks in 1 glass and make it extra tasty. Thank you very much. But if I find a tasty, lower alcohol cocktail, I'm going to have that for sure. You might hear someone describe cocktails as sessionable. That essentially means you can drink more of them in 1 drinking session because there's less alcohol in them. Really, to be a sessionable cocktail, it should be 1 standard drink or less in the cocktail. It's an admirable thing to want to reduce your alcohol intake, but I drink lower alcohol cocktails
because they taste good. I don't drink them solely because they have a lower alcohol content. I try out a lot of cocktails for this channel. I'll blame it on the channel. We don't need to get into the actual number that I might have over the course of a year, because if I start saying numbers, I start getting doctors with their medical advice because of their evidence-based opinions on the health damage that alcohol does. I keep notes of my favorites that I try, and over the last couple of years, at the end of the year, I have compiled a list of my top 10 and narrowed it down to my favorite of the year. In this video, I'm remaking one from my top 10 list from 2024. The cocktail's called the Holy Smoke. It's very easy to make. It's built around dry sherry, bit of complexity brought in by Benedictine, and a tiny splash of peated whiskey. I have to admit, sherry cocktails are a relatively new thing for me. Sherry's got a bit of a grandma image, like it's not a serious drink like whiskey. That's a really unfair slur on a family of wines that have history going back thousands of years. But until I started to find sherry cocktails that I liked, I couldn't escape the feeling sherry just reminds me of a family Christmas that's got a bit out of control. Granny's got into the cooking sherry and she wants all the children and grandchildren to line up in front of her so she can tell them one by one how much they've disappointed her. I think this cocktail could go some way to repairing sherry's reputation if you had that same mindset that I have. It is really good and it's easy to make. I'll show you how to make it right now. In a mixing glass, add 2 ounces or 60 mils of dry sherry, then a 1/4 ounce or 7.5 mils of Benedictine, and then just a splash, half a bar spoon, 2.5 mils of a peated whiskey. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 15-20 seconds. It doesn't need to be as diluted as a spirit-forward drink, but you do want it nice and chilled. And I'm straining that into a pre-chilled Nick and Nora glass. So here we are, the Holy Smoke. That part obviously comes from the peated whiskey. Even though there's just really the smallest amount, there is just this really nice, understated, smoky aroma in here. I haven't tasted this cocktail in a couple of years, so I'm looking forward to trying it again. This is really good. For fun, I messed around with this back in the day, and I made it with a sweet sherry, a Pedro Jimenez. That's actually too sweet, and I have somewhat of a sweet tooth. I've used an Amontillado, which is a medium dry. There are drier sherries than this. So possibly experiment if you have multiple sherries. Which is your favorite? Do you like it dry? Do you like it sweet? Like I said, I think unless you have a super sweet tooth, a Pedro Jimenez is going to be too sweet. This has worked really well. You've got that nice fortified wine flavor in there, and you are getting some herbal complexity from the Benedictine. And just that little bit of smoke is such a nice touch. It's really light. It comes in at about 1 standard drink, so it's not going to wipe you out, even if you have more than one. And it's quite tasty. If you've never gotten into sherry, this is a great one to try. And I'd love to hear from you if you do try it, what you think of it. But in the meantime, I'm going to sit back and delicately sip this rather elegant drink, enjoying it each sip as I go. I hope to see you again sometime soon. Until I do see you again, I'll say cheers.
All right, that's the one. You have a Holy Smoke that's brandy, amaretto, peated whiskey, honey, and bitters, which sounds really good. Again, Holy Smoke is almost a generic name. There's bound to be lots of things people have made a cocktail and say, this is called Holy Smoke. Wait, do I have Trello on here? Gotta log into my account. I always forget which email address I signed up with. Okay, so let's try the Angry Aussie email address. Continue. Wait, what? Oh, what the fuck is going on here? Okay, fuck this. I got to work it out another time. fuck it. Fuck it. Dr. Abigail, food challenge, 3 days only. Oof. Oh, I'm traumatized just thinking about that. Are you sure you don't have the homely smoke? Why was Trello doing that shit to me? Wait, okay, I'm going to go on differs. Past day one, good thing you like sardines. Did I guess right? You were looking at homely smoke? Homely smoke, brandy, amaretto, peated whiskey, honey syrup, bitters. It's homely. Holy. No, you're not an idiot. It's incredibly similar, name-wise. Daniel, Grace is apparently edgy. Oh, sorry, yeah. She was considered edgy before she said globalize the intifada. She showed up for a public event with Albanese wearing a Fuck Murdoch t-shirt. And honestly, just because these reactionary fuckwits, when she's actually campaigned for women who, survive assault, all these right-wing freaks hate her for it. Heine, you watched Everything Everywhere All at Once and The Substance. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once is a better movie. Substance is very interesting, and I'll go on record as saying really disappointing ending. That's my big call. Okay, this one's pretty good, though, the one I made tonight, West of India. I have to note that it's a contender for top 10 for the year. Although I don't know that I'll be... maybe I'll do that, because I'm, revisiting stuff anyway. Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once is a repeat viewing movie. Yeah, I wouldn't watch Substance more than once. Daniel, I will go out of my way to piss off supporters of the Liberal Party. I mean, go ahead, knock yourself out, but I'm just going to express my views and it's going to piss them off. But yeah, it's very funny. They're flailing. It's so funny watching them flail. And yes, to be fair, Charlie, if I'm being true to myself and I piss someone off, it's just like, oh, well, they got pissed off. These are the breaks. No, I think I'm going to have a non-alcoholic drink now. And I might mix myself another alcoholic drink when we're doing Laserdisc talk. I especially brought in my blood orange and mango because I haven't had this for a while. To remind myself, do I like this? I know I was like, lemon lime's my best, but have I had the lemon lime too much? Heine, 7 out of 10 for both. Everything Everywhere, a lot of fun. It's definitely weird. Substance kept you in at the ending. Yeah, no, I think the ending kind of fucking sucked. And yes, Andy McDowell's daughter's hot. Yes. Saying the state of Israel and the Israeli military are committing crimes against humanity is not an exaggeration. They are breaching international law. They are committing war crimes. Collective punishment is a war crime. starvation as a weapon of war is a war crime. Celtic, what movie would I watch over and over again? There's a whole bunch of movies I watch lots of times. As I said, Fury Road's my favorite film of the 21st century, and I've watched it a lot. But a lot of Tarantino films I've watched multiple times and still enjoy them. Inglourious Bastards. That's probably my favorite. But a lot of Tarantino ones I've watched multiple times. Saving Private Ryan, particularly the Normandy landing at the start. I'll just watch that forever. Ability, I disagree. The Liberal Party were never left-wing, they were centrist. And they were the mid-20th century's idea of centrist. Menzies was definitely anti-left-wing. He was aggressively anti-communist. But you get that weird thing where you get conservatives going, I'm a classical liberal. No, you're not. Robert Menzies was, which was like small liberal. People should mostly be able to lead their own lives if they're not hurting other people. The government should interfere minimally in people's lives. But he was very much, he was anti-left wing. But, arguably a reasonable person. Friends with Ben Chifley, who was a very left-wing Labour Prime Minister. But, Robert Menzies, if he was given the context for the social conservatism the Liberal Party's been pushing for the last 30 years particularly, he'd be like, the fuck? Why the fuck are you doing this shit? Well, yeah, Daniel, it only means different things. Like, as Home Fidelity was pointing out, how Robert Menzies saw himself is not that different to how modern Americans who call themselves liberals see themselves. So I think it's fair to say, when you allow for the differences of time, Robert Menzies and US Democrats would be in agreement on a lot of things. Robert Menzies and the modern Liberal Party would be at odds with a lot of things. And he would be absolutely disgusted by what the Republican Party in the US has turned into under Donald Trump, as any decent person today is absolutely disgusted by how vile they are. Hey, Greg, how you doing? But yeah. Yes, things change, perceptions change. It is Laserdisc night. What are we? Okay, we're gonna start Laserdisc in about 15 minutes if you're ready, Charlie. Just keeping my fluids up with my mineral water. This one's not bad. I still like the lemon lime better. Just last week I had the raspberry one. I thought, ooh, I haven't had this in ages. Maybe I like this more than the lemon lime. You're very ready. Nice. All right. Well, I think I'll just finish this drink then. Yes, Haley liked. So I visited Dr. Abigail today to get my proper laptop back. She had company, Haley, who liked my shirt. And Abigail and I both laughed and said, this is one of the more restrained shirts. This is positively dignified compared to what I had. I had pizza for dinner, Safa, supermarket pizza that I put more toppings on because I just happened to go in this. I went in the supermarket to get my orange, actually, was like, oh, look, a great they marked down this big fresh pizza, $5. That's a couple meals. I'll get that. Daniel, no, I have not had any drinks prior to this stream. Well, no alcoholic drinks anyway. I have drunk liquid today. A tin of sardines. Oh my God, you're freaking me out, Abigail. So I saw my hand therapist today, and I was weirdly paranoid that my finger wasn't bending as much, but she measured it and it's bending more than it was last time. The goal is I go back in 2 weeks. It actually touches my hand when I'm freaking, that's about as far as I can get it though. It's like, okay, that's enough. It's a lot of strain. Safa, it was a Hawaiian pizza, and I chucked more bacon and cheese on it. And it was pretty yummy, quite honestly. And I'll have the other half, I don't know, maybe for lunch tomorrow. So, yes. It was pretty good, it wasn't a frozen pizza, it was the refrigerated pizza. And I suppose they only keep them there for a couple of days, which is why it got marked down. So I'm like, yeah, pizza for me. What else? Oh, man, I got distracted because I was in a rush. I was going to get some more mothballs. Although I think the mothballs have worked. I haven't been hearing the possums. So I was just thinking putting some more about. You got a reboot? Well, that's fine. Whenever you're ready. You're going to have a tin of sardines for lunch tomorrow. I feel like it's like that. Today I had sardines. Tomorrow I'm going to have more sardines. Don't know why I've decided it's a country song, but I've decided that's a country. Well, I'm just eating a tin of sardines. Later, I'm going to eat some sardines. Heidi's got a hot take on substance. Write off people who look fine. Maybe let's do small oysters together. Film like substance, put our prejudice out there. Oh, I think the overall message of Substance was fucking great. And I think it was broadly a good film. I think it failed to stick the landing, as they say. Not a good ending. But there's a lot of good stuff in The Substance. And yeah, just the central thing of fixation on particular forms of physical beauty. We're talking about like those idiots, like teenagers doing looks maxing and doing stupid shit that makes them look old. It is true, Dr. Abigail. The messaging in The Substance was not subtle. It was sledgehammer between the eyes sort of message. Daniel, sorry, you didn't offend me, man. Oh no, you can ask me if I was drinking. I know. I was at work today. Do I drink beer? No, I don't drink beer or wine ever. I just don't like beer or wine. I'm a cocktail guy. Did Mummy Dearest today? Oof, yeah. Oh, just, man, the actual story behind it and the fact it was inspired by true stories. Just like, oof. That is the tagline for, I think that was on the posters for Mummy Dearest. Mummy Dearest, oof. Heidi, hot take for everything everywhere at once. Internet made it too hard to shock you, but it was fun and good getting on with Grace piss take. As I've mentioned before, younger folk with an Asian mum take that film differently to people who don't have an Asian mum. I have been informed that most reliably. It's an extremely meaningful film to people with an Asian mum. Abigail made the absolute most. Oh no! Foot and mouth comment to an old friend on the weekend. Oh no! Haven't seen them in ages. Hang on for a second. I've just got a message. I need to understand what it means. I'll just be a minute. What do you mean the TV is calling? Yeah, well, he knows it was you watching. I mean, he had a computer problem. I just had to find out what the message meant. Oh my god, I had to go out and find out what that message meant. So Mrs. Angry texts me and says the TV's calling me Mrs. Angry. And I was like, what? And Charlie just said he had to reboot his computer. Mrs. Angry was watching something on his Plex. And so when the playback error came up, he actually personalized it and said, yeah, she knows she can go back now. Charlie personalized the message, so it said, I'm sorry, Mrs. Angry, I have to reboot the server. She took a picture of the screen. Oh my god, that was so funny. Like, it was just such a weird message. The TV's calling me Mrs. Angry. She saved a picture of it for posterity. Oh dear. It pays to be polite. My god. Daniel, you're pretty much the same with drink preferences. If there's nothing else available, you'll choose one. No, I literally won't. If there was nothing to drink but wine, I'd drink nothing. And that's not, it's just I don't have the taste for wine. What's weird, Charlie? And Dr. Abba, I've seen the post-movie reel placed before each movie on Charlie's Plex. I have seen a few custom intros on Charlie's Plex. Oh, your daughter saved it as well. Because she thought it was funny. Oh my goodness. That was pretty funny. Well, I think, you know what I'm going to do? Because I just drank a bunch of liquid. I don't really... Oh, okay. So your daughter got her name. Okay. Yeah, I don't really need to pee, but I just drank a whole can of mineral water. And so I don't end up busting to have a pee during a lazy dish talk. So if you get all G'd up for lazy dish, Charlie, I'm going to have a pee, and I'm going to make myself a drink. And then it's Laserdisc time. Alrighty. Alright. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to make myself a complicated drink. A pre-made clarified cocktail here. I'm just going to have that. Okay. Oh, yes, I need the mic. Good reminder. Just pour this. And I'll get the mic. And you know what? I'm going to change the batteries just to be safe. It's probably fine, but I'm just going to put fresh batteries in it. And then I have to remember to charge the batteries. Okay. Let's go, buddy. Okay. Now we put it on. What you doing to me? Little tripod. Okay. We got it. All right, moving stuff around. Okay, I'll put this here. All right, Daniel, I forgot to mention Charlie Kirk's new milestone. It's been 160 days of him being dead. Oh, yeah. Hooray. But has it really been that long? That's freaky, actually. Okay, so when you're ready, Charlie, I will switch the mic on and we can roll. So, okay, that means first getting rid of the comments on screen. What am I doing here? Just get rid of that so it's less confusing. Oh, yeah, I probably should give you the link. And Pat, if you're still there, this is only for Charlie. Sorry. Friday night, we'll do Angry Bunch. Okay. Sorry to do my German accent. You know, because I'm still not used to this fringe. Every time I sweep it over, I go, does that look Hitler-ish? I get a bit paranoid. It's fine. Okie dokie. Ready to rock and or roll. Home for the Elderly has entered the studio.
Wait, is that coming out the head? That shouldn't be coming out there. It should be coming out my headphones.
All right, work on the technical stuff. Tell me when you're ready and I'll switch on my recorder. Also, no one noticed I changed my description from cocktail enthusiast to cocktail aficionado.
It's a cocktail aficionado. No, because it's all, as long as it said cocktail, that's what, you know.
It's because I had to, on the new laptop, I had to re-log into StreamYard and reset all my things. And I had to put the screen name in again. So I just went with a minor variation for fun.
Okay, there we go. Can I get a test?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Okay, you
All
see
right.
this in my ear? Hang on there.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool.
All right. That's so, I try not to talk over you as much. That's one of the things I fucking hate when I'm editing, is I'm always talking over your fucking, you have some of the coolest things to say, and I'm going,
okay, you're being a bit hard on yourself there. So
yeah. And number two, I don't get the feedback into my mic like you taught me
Okay.
on while we were talking on Friday about it.
All right.
And I'm
So
going
I'm
hatless.
actually.
I'm going the full non-hat.
All right.
Because I always
Talk a bit
wear
more
my
for me.
security blanket, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just turning the
Just gonna
volume
get
down
my
here a
shut
bit
up.
so the mic's less likely to pick it up as well. All right.
Okay, and
Are
I've
we ready
switched
to
it
go?
MP3 mode too, so we can record
Yeah.
for 15 hours without having to
All right.
break it. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, welcome back. Today we are looking at 30 Laserdiscs heading into the shop this Friday. It's a fantastic mix of films. So let's just get started.
Let's go.
All right. Oh, one little thing I've got to add.
Yes.
During the week, I had a gentleman come over and he
Yeah.
bought my entire bargain basement.
Oh, wow.
Every single disc that I had listed for $2 for $5,
Yeah.
gone.
Wow.
in one
Okay.
big
Clear the
batch.
decks.
He bought the whole lot. So it's kind of refreshing because I get to kind of re-add them again, and
Yeah.
you know, and it's so much easier looking through the website when you're not looking through like all these leftover bargain basement discs. You know, it's sort of like when you're looking for records at the op
Mhm.
shop. Instead of having all those James Last and Kamal, you know, discs that you're looking through, it's just these greatest hits, you know, of, you know.
Yeah.
So, starting off tonight with some Star Trek.
Okay.
Not one that you're a big fan of. This is number 4.
Right. That's the one with the whales. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, this is the one with the whales.
And is that autographed?
Not officially autographed. This is part of the Laserdisc autographed series.
Okay.
Because Leonard Nimoy directed this film.
Yes. And it does center on Spock somewhat.
Does it?
It does. There's all the jokes about because they've just got in the previous one they've got Spock back. Search for Spock was just before this, and
Right. Yes.
now they've traveled back to save the whales.
I love the humor of the Star Trek cast being mixed in with 80s characters. You know,
Yeah.
like the punk on the bus and, you know, trying to have it off with Chekhov and stuff like that. I thought that was great. But yeah, so that Laserdisc, sorry, not DVD. What am I saying, DVD? That Laserdisc has an introduction with Leonard Nimoy and like things like extra notes inside of it, and it's a widescreen version, so it's a really nice pickup. Yeah, moving on to the next one.
Yeah,
we've done this before.
Oh, Sleeping with the Enemy, early in Julia Roberts' career. She wasn't
this was the one that followed. Yeah, this is the one. No, she was pretty big. She had just done Pretty Woman.
This is her trying to be serious after Pretty Woman.
Exactly. This is like, okay, you've seen Pretty Woman. Now let me show you I can act. You know, and it really is. It's an interesting kind of. It's a schizophrenic film because sometimes it has this, you know, scenes where she's doing Brown-Eyed Girl and having a costume change, and then next moment it's this guy who's trying to, you know, do all sorts of disgusting things to her that we don't want to talk about on a stream. Yeah, it's a very strange movie, that one, but yeah, nonetheless a memorable film.
It is.
When it came out, I remember renting it. Oh, actually, my dad rented it, and me just kind of going, "Oh, there's tapes I haven't seen. I'll watch this." And yeah, Oof. Okay.
Oh well, this is a classic. Single White Female, young Bridget Fonda and Jennifer Jason Leigh. What happens when you get a flatmate through the classifieds? Which I guess in modern parlance, that's getting a flatmate off Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or something.
And so she eventually starts taking on as a clone of the
it's
main
like
actress. Yeah.
it's quite well set up though, because Jennifer Jason Leigh's character breaks up with a boyfriend and needs someone to move in to pay rent, and she gets the flatmate, and it's like, okay, I understand the context, but you're not going to make up with the boyfriend, are you? And she goes, oh, no, never, no. And she does, which is a betrayal of the whole thing. But the flatmate gets progressively more unhinged. And it's got some really good, I think that's a really entertaining film.
Mm. So that's what I'm doing is a lot of these movies here today are $5 bins, bargain bin.
Okay.
Really,
They're worth it.
after that gentleman took away a lot of the discs,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, let's just put some good quality titles, but they're movies that just are very common, you know?
Yep.
Okay, this one, I don't know. Do you know this one?
Look, I reckon I've seen that on a video shelf. So that's Roy Scheider and the guy who was RoboCop.
No, it's Jürgen Prochnow.
Oh, is that Jürgen Prochnow? Sorry, it looks like, God, he looks so much like the guy from RoboCop.
He does, and it's directed by John Frankenheimer.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Yeah, I like
this
John
is a
Frankenheimer.
Cold War movie, basically.
John Frankenheimer directed one of my favorite movies called Ronin.
Oh, okay.
But he's also done a ton of other great films. I think he did Seconds. Have you ever seen that movie, Seconds?
I don't know it.
No? With Rock Hudson.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you would love that movie. Definitely, you should put that on your list of movies to watch.
Okay.
Okay, next up.
Aha, another 48 hours. Look, honestly, it's not bad. Not as good as the original, because sequels rarely are, but it's not bad.
Look, the reason I like sequels is because I get to know the characters in the first movie, and I get to like them. And they come back, and you get to revisit with the characters and go on another journey with them. Now, the second journey is never as good, but it doesn't matter because you're with friends. You know,
You're revisiting friends.
All right, this one is quite a favorite of mine. I used to read this a bit when I was a kid. It's called The Dream Team.
I vaguely remember this one.
So we've got Michael Keaton, Christopher Lloyd, the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond, Peter Boyle.
Yeah. And
that's Stephen Furst. And the idea is they're all, they've got a few cans missing from the six-pack, as they say,
Okay.
And they go to a baseball game. They get released from the psycho hospital to go to a baseball game. And on the way, they have to pull over to go to the public toilet restroom, and the doctor who's driving them gets mugged and kidnapped. And then they spend the rest of the movie, trying to get the doctor back. Or rescue the doctor,
unsupervised.
But also, get used to society.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton is that kind of crazy that sort of like, you're really pushing the boundaries of what crazy is, really. Like it's not really, it's just some dude,
Yeah.
All right. Don't take LSD to this one, guys.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber. Look, I have read a popular story that I don't know, it was on a website somewhere that I read this. The scene where Jim Carrey doses Jeff Daniels with laxatives, and Jeff Daniels is just uncontrollably shitting in the toilet. If you're on hallucinogens, it might make you fall over laughing, literally. I mean, I wouldn't know. Kids don't do drugs.
That's what it says in the book, yeah.
But yes, it lives up to the name, honestly. It's like stupid as hell and really funny.
And this is the widescreen version, so it has all the cinematech quality that you require from a movie like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have another good movie.
Oh, 80s classic. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, rebellious Gen X teenagers' favorite movie. Again, although it's so funny, you watch it back and go, God, Ferris is a jerk. He's a gross, manipulative,
Yeah, but
self-centered jerk.
I love Cameron in this movie. I relate so
Mm,
much to Cameron when I was growing
yeah,
up. The way he
yeah.
can't control his eyes when he sees cleavage, that was me in my 20s. But just the constant fear and dread of growing up, of
Mm,
not becoming who you are built up to be. I went through private school and stuff like that, and they put a lot of expectation on you, and it wore on you when you got to when you finished school and everything wasn't kind of the way it was planned to be. You sink into a bit of a depression there, and I went through the same thing as Cameron did.
yeah.
Self expectation kind of thing. Anyway, um, I wish I had a friend like Ferris though that pulled Cameron out and showed him his self worth. He had a lot of, you know, he had look give or take. He was a prick. He was selfish. He was looking out for himself. But in the end of the day, he did help Cameron discover that he could be his own man.
Yeah.
And yeah, so interesting film. Interesting film. A
Look,
lot
it's a
more to
great
it
film. It's
than
definitely a really entertaining
and
film.
the first time I watched it as a kid, I just took it in as a day off.
Yeah.
As I watch it as an adult, or in my 20s even, I was looking at it differently, like analyzing Cameron more than Ferris. Yeah. Okay, so next movie.
Oh, Donnie Wahlberg being bad guy.
Is this Donnie? I thought it was Marky
Oh
Mark.
no, sorry,
Yeah, it is. It's Marky
Marky
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
It's
I
Mark
still call him
Wahlberg
Marky
being
Mark, even
bad
though he's
guy.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mm.
We don't call him Marky Mark.
I call him Marky Mark because it'll annoy him. And he is actually a jerk.
Is he really?
He's a gross racist twerp who violently assaulted a Chinese shopkeeper for being Chinese, nearly killing him when he was a youth. So he's a gross racist, and he never faced any legal repercussions for that. Look it up. When he was in Boston as a
I'm going to
young,
put it in the video.
he was
Okay.
in a violent racist attack on a Chinese shopkeeper, and he's never faced punishment for it.
Nonetheless, this also has Reese Witherspoon, who is wonderful, and it's a very disturbing and uncomfortable film to watch.
Yeah, it's another psychological manipulation, abusive partner type thing.
It's sought after, and yeah, moving on. Fucking hell, Ingrid. Okay.
Oh my god, this is a cheesy 80s classic. Flashdance, the soundtrack, every single off this was just top 40, like top of the charts.
Yeah, Maniac. Was that from this movie?
Yeah, Maniac and What a Feeling.
And What a Feeling, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. And this
is
brought
a
Jennifer Beal.
Bruckheimer film.
Jennifer Beal,
yeah.
actually
Simpson
really talented.
Bruckheimer, yeah. So Simpson and Bruckheimer were a pair of producers that would be very well known for making action films.
Yes.
Like some of these, for instance.
Yeah.
And they went and did this, and it felt very out of character, but it was a massive hit.
Very 80s, that one.
Well, speaking of which, there's another film that was also very popular around the same time, and that shared a lot of its same kind of roots.
Oh, Small Town Rebellion through bad white person dancing.
Yeah,
it's
what's Dance and Rejoice. Dance and rejoice.
Kevin Bacon, small town boy who won't let the religious conservatives keep him down and keeps doing his bad white boy dancing. It's again, really entertaining, and the title track was just a huge hit.
Oh, sure was. But there was a bunch of other songs on this. I Need a Hero by Bonnie Tyler, I think was in this. And that's the famous scene where they're driving tractors and playing chicken, and he gets his foot stuck and he can't get out of the car. And then there's that famous scene where they're chasing I think they're hosing each other down. It's a little bit and then he has this big breakdown scene where he has to dance it out in the shed in a barn, because I'm having teenage problems,
And it is honestly, as like a documentary record, a very valuable recording of very bad white person dancing from the 80s. It's just
he had a stuntman in for most of that.
But just generally, the dancing is something else.
All right. Speaking of white man,
Georgia the Jungle. This was a pretty big hit as well. This is a very entertaining movie. Just Brendan Fraser at his peak.
Brendan Fraser.
Just doing a light Disney comedy.
Who was the woman in it that was married to she married she was in all of those films made by that producer. He made Anchorman and Superbad.
So you're literally just saying who was the woman who was in the films made by that producer?
Yeah. Okay, so Judd Apatow married Leslie Mann.
Okay.
It's also got Thomas Hayden Church in it too.
Oh yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off into a tangent there. Just Leslie Mann was actually pretty good in this film, I found, as James
this is a really good film.
John Cleese and the narrator. Everybody loves the narrator in this film. He's a lot of fun. Sophie loves this movie because of the narrator himself. Adds so much kind of fourth wall breaking kind of antics, Okay. Here's one I hope you've got a lot to say about.
His Girl Friday. Okay. I just watched this on Charlie's recommendation. I think this classifies as a screwball comedy. 1940 or somewhere in the 40s.
Yep, 1940 exactly, I think.
And the lead characters, the dialogue they have that they just fire out at a machine gun rate, it makes your head spin. And there are a couple of really long takes where the two of them are doing really complex dialogue. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, Cary Grant was really great at comedy.
And he's playing a lot.
He was so big, he's sort of like Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise nowadays. He could pick his own roles.
Yeah.
And he chose some great movies to be in.
Yeah. He's not an admirable character in this. He's a really devious. He's running a newspaper, and his ex-wife was his star reporter, and he's trying to get her to come back. And he's manipulative and sneaky and whatnot. And also, there's a famous GIF in it. Like, if you watch it, and if you're terminally online and use GIF responses to people, you'll see a particular scene, and you'll see how he's dressed and how he's standing, and you realize he's going to do the GIF, and he does. Get out.
Okay, next one is a Judd Apatow film again.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Stiller's in this one as well.
Heavyweights.
This was their first movie they did. Like when they wanted to, show that they could do movies. This
Yeah.
is a kids' film about
Yeah.
a fat camp, and it's absolutely hilarious. Ben Stiller does his character that he does from Dodgeball.
All
You know,
right.
the over the top exercise
Yeah.
fitness king, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just it's very much like one of those standard kind of Judd Apatow films, but it's
Yeah.
made for kids. That's the only difference. It's like if you took a Judd Apatow film like Anchorman or something like
Yeah.
that, and then
And
mixed it
made it
with
for
like the
kids.
Mighty Ducks, you know,
Yeah.
you've got yourself heavyweights right on. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, next one. Do you remember this movie?
I do. Okay. That was released in Australia as Accidental Hero.
It
And it was
was,
released in the
yes.
US as
Good
Hero.
memory. Yep.
And this is all about bullshit media hype and fabricating stories and whatnot. It's
Mhm.
really good. I mean, you look at the cast, and you go, wow, Gina Davis, Dustin Hoffman, Andy Garcia. This is a good movie.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
because
just
any
all
movie
about
with Chevy Chase
it's
is guaranteed to be great, you know.
it's all about media manipulation and whatnot. It's really entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. He plays a homeless or a down in his luck. Who wasn't the wife? That woman from come on, brain. Like no, never mind. It was. I thought it was. Fuck it. Doesn't matter, does it? Yeah. I'll just
Edit
cut
that
that
bit.
out. Yeah. Okay, the actor in Con Air, the main actor, not
Nicolas Cage.
Cage, but the other
John
guy.
Malkovich.
No, the other good guy in it.
Oh, John Cusack.
Joan Cusack. Joan Cusack
Joan Cusack is in it. Okay.
Yeah, was the mother of the Bernie's wife or ex-wife in the film, I think. That's my brain saying anyway.
I don't
All
remember.
right, moving on, because we didn't really need to talk. We're cutting out a whole bit. Okay, next disc we've got.
Oh, Harvey, another classic, mid 20th century classic. Jimmy Stewart, he's so lovable in this, and he has an imaginary friend who's a giant rabbit called Harvey. And it's a beautiful film. This is such a good
everybody
film.
wants to, you know, lock him up in a insane house and stuff like that because they think that he's, you know, he can't actually see it. And the auntie is so funny in this movie. She steals the show. It's a great
really
fun film. Movie. I'm really glad that James Stewart was picked for this because it's so perfect. Yeah, I love Harvey. Really good film.
It's a fantastic film.
Okay, let's do another one. Oh, speaking of Robert Duvall.
Oh, this is the documentary of the making of Apocalypse Now, because the making of it was apparently a horrible nightmare.
It was. If you've seen this, you definitely know it's horrible.
Hearts of Darkness, just oof.
It's an everything can go wrong, will go wrong kind of story.
Yeah. And it's astonishing. It is a really good insight into, wow, making movies can actually be really difficult.
Yeah, and Paul Francis Coppola, he has had the worst run of luck in his career. You know, he's like Inspector Clouseau, always falling over into a bucket of. You know,
everything, as you say,
guys had the worst run of luck.
Can go wrong, it will go wrong.
And you know, he has kept going by his passion of making film, and I love him for that. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is quite sought after in the Laserdisc community.
Okay.
It's called Gleaming the Cube.
Oh, this is a skate movie with Christian Slater.
Yes, that's exactly what the cover shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a humongous film in the late 80s, 1988, 89.
Yeah.
And it
And I never
was,
saw it.
I think, the film that really kicked off Christian Slater's career before Heathers and before, what was that one where he started his own little radio station?
Oh,
Anyway, yeah,
Talk
Hardcore
Hard.
Harry. It was a, what was it called?
Talk
Yeah,
Hard.
Talk Hard was the name of the radio show he did.
Yeah. It's. I never actually saw this. It was like Christian Slater on the rise. Skateboarding was big again, but I never actually saw this movie.
So I have to know. Boy, he's done a lot of shit films.
Oh yeah, no,
I don't know what it is about Christian Slater. I've never really. Everyone calls him a knockoff Jack Nicholson.
I don't think that's fair,
You know?
but
I don't think that's fair. Honestly, I feel like he's had his own. He has his own style and his own, image and stuff like that. That's different. If you've seen him in that show, the Robot Show, where it's all about hackers and stuff like that.
oh yeah, Mr. Robot.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
Mr. Robot, brilliant, absolutely brilliant in that film. But yeah, no, there are Pump Up the Volume. That's what it was called. Pump Up the Volume.
Sorry, Pump Up the Volume. Yeah, okay, I got the name wrong. You're right.
So yeah, Gleaming the Cube was there was Heathers was just before this actually. My bad. They came out the same year. So this and Heathers were the ones that broke Christian Slater. And when I say broke, I mean got him to the point where he could at least get a role, but not good roles.
Heathers, he was joint headliner with Winona Ryder, but Gleaming the Cube. That's the Christian Slater film.
Yeah, but Gleaming the Cube. Let's not forget that Gleaming the Cube is a Vestron movie. Vestron movie is sort of like the other Canon company. They had mostly crap, but occasionally would have a hit, like Dirty Dancing. And the same with Canon. They would be mostly crap, but occasionally would have a hit, that isn't coming to mind at the moment. Maybe, Death Wish, or something like that. Yeah. Okay. You like Spike Lee? I really like Spike Lee.
I do like. Oh, Get on the Bus. This is
one of his lesser known films.
This is more of a low key Spike Lee film. This is about the civil rights movement, though. Again, he's a great filmmaker. This is a great film.
Oh yeah, he's a sensational filmmaker. I've watched just like Wes Anderson. I like to watch everything that he does as soon as it comes out, pretty much. But not until I had seen, I think, not until like 2010, and then after that, I watch everything as he comes out. Recently, both of us watched the Denzel Washington one,
High to Low.
That he did High to Low. Yeah, that was really fun. But Black Klansman was really, really fun.
Yeah.
Bamboozled was really good. There's so many recent films, especially that I love by Spike Lee. But then you've got the classics like Malcolm X, Get on the Bus. He was really trying to make a point with stuff like Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there was that gorgeous movie where he had a character that was his sister. And it was his sister's story and stuff like that. That was really good as well. I love Spike Lee. He has some great films. So, yeah. This one has, that TV show that's really fun with it's a cop show. Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Yes.
and it has Andy Samberg in it.
Yeah.
And the cop who's like the chief,
Yeah.
who's very
His role
strict.
model.
Yeah, he's really young in this, but that's
Andre
him there.
Braha.
Wow, good memory.
I
Well
don't know
done.
how to pronounce his last name, but it's Andre Braha or something. He
Yeah,
died.
no, a lot of yes, I know, and yeah, no, a lot of cast members that you're like, oh, I've seen him in that. Oh, I've seen him in that. You know. All right, another Cary Grant film. This one also has Sophia Loren.
I don't. Wow.
I
Cary
love this.
Grant
I
and
love
Sophia
this
Loren.
movie so much. Yeah, this is
What?
on the Plex too.
Yeah.
I love this movie so much. It has yeah. So sadly, Cary Grant's wife passed away, and he's got these 3 kids he's got to deal with, and
Yeah.
so he gets Sophia Loren in as a maid slash babysitter, and they live on a houseboat. And there's the old montage of the fixing up the boat scene,
Yeah.
and Sophia Loren slowly coming around and falling in love with Cary Grant. It's your run of the mill kind of romantic comedy kind of film, but I don't know. I just love Cary Grant, so that's why I
Yeah.
recommend it.
I don't know this, but what a pairing. Cary Grant and Sophia Loren.
Mm, mm. Yeah, it's a little gem. It's a little hidden gem. All right. Next up, we have
Oh, Gina Davis and William Hurt, Accidental Tourist.
I used to get this mixed up with Accidental Hero.
They probably came out
Because
around the same time.
they both have Gina Davis,
Yeah.
and B, they both came out around the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't actually watched this one yet. Have you seen this movie?
Yeah, I saw this when it came out. William Hurt is a travel writer who doesn't like to travel. So basically all his travel guides are like, as an American, if you visit this country, here's what's horrible about the country, so avoid the following. So he's a travel writer who doesn't like to travel. It's pretty funny. And Gina Davis is a wild, crazy, off the wall character who interacts with the really conservative William Hurt character.
So who's the lady with the bags? Is she like someone who likes to travel too much, or?
Yeah, that's Gina Davis.
Yeah, so is she like an obsessive traveler or something?
She doesn't plan anything. She just, let's get a bag, let's go. So she's like the exact, it's a wacky mismatch romantic comedy sort of thing.
And Kathleen Turner, I'm guessing, is the stay-at-home wife.
I can't remember that much detail. I just remember what those two main characters are doing.
Yeah, but nonetheless, pretty cool. I'll just let you finish looking up porn.
Sorry, I was looking for something with Sophia Loren and I didn't find it, so don't worry about it.
Oh, right. Yeah, you had a brain fart too, did you? You just didn't make it obvious like I did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next one. I know you've seen this one.
Oh, Amadeus. Yeah, this is fun. Historians hate this so much because it's not remotely accurate. Basically, nothing about this film is accurate. And a lot of people took it as like a historical document. And there is no historical documentation to support anything that's in this movie.
See, I kind of did too. I honestly, I looked at it like it was a historical document with a license to bend the truth a little bit.
Mm. It was a huge. It was a stage play.
Is a fantastic director, and I put a little trust in him because of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I'm kind of surprised that got
It was a
shot down that
stage
way.
play first, and it was hugely successful. I remember them advertising it with just the tag. This was the stage play, advertising it with the tagline, "Everything you've heard is true," which was a great enigmatic way to do it. This is a good movie. As a movie, a piece of fiction, it's great. As a historical document, it's very, very bad.
As a movie, it's sensational. The first time I
really
watched
good.
that, it was like that TDK commercial, sitting there going, "Holy shit, this is fun!" Yeah, very, very cool film. Another one I haven't seen. Have you seen this one, Frankie and Johnny?
Okay, I've never watched it. Okay, so Michelle Pfeiffer and Al Pacino. I'll give you some trivia background to this. This was another one that was a stage play. The central premise is they're working in a diner and the woman is not conventionally attractive. Like Michelle Pfeiffer is not conventionally attractive.
Clearly not attractive. Yeah, right. Yeah,
so, okay, the stage play, Kathy Bates, who had risen to fame with the Stephen King adaptation Misery, after Misery, she did the stage version of that, got a Tony Award for how good her performance is. So she'd at least got an Academy Award nomination for Misery. She got a Tony Award for Frankie and Johnny on Broadway. Then someone goes, "We're making a Frankie and Johnny movie," and Kathy Bates is going, "Yes." And they cast Michelle Pfeiffer in the role. And I think that's the primary reason why this was not a successful movie. I think the primary reason it failed is the central story is, Michelle Pfeiffer, I'm so unattractive. Why would anyone like me? And, she's hot as hell. So
I
it was
thought
that
it was
central Hollywood
to reunite the major cast members from Scarface.
And it was just implausible that Michelle Pfeiffer was unattractive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, even with makeup or something like that, I don't think it's really possible. Especially
no, they didn't even make her look unattractive. Like what's her name when she played Eileen Wuornos in Monster? Again, you see things where really attractive people wear prosthetic makeup so they don't look attractive. They didn't even do that. Charlize Theron plays Eileen Wuornos in...
wow. No, they did a good job in that.
And they did prosthetic makeup so she doesn't look anything like Charlize Theron.
That was done properly.
Frankie and Johnny, they didn't do it at all. It's Michelle Pfeiffer going, "I'm so unattractive." And it's like, oh my God, shut up.
All right, as you probably just saw me sneak onto the screen, that was French Kiss with Kevin Kline and Meg Ryan.
Yes.
Every time I watch a Kevin Kline film, I expect to be, whisked away like I was with The Fish Called Wanda. And every time I always walk away going,
This is a pretty mediocre rom-com.
Yeah, and Kevin Kline, I found besides that one movie, he kind of is a mediocre kind of. He chooses mediocre films. I'm sorry,
yeah, that's fair.
Okay, prove me wrong. Can you say a really fantastic Kevin Kline film besides Fish Called Wanda?
In the comments, call us out. What's Kevin Kline's high point?
And don't you freaking dare say Wild Wild West. If you do, I'm going to slag you off so bad. I swear to God.
I'm not going to take anyone seriously who says Wild Wild West.
Yeah, you've lost your filming credential, your film nerd credentials in one hit from that comment. All right, here's another good one.
Oh, Apollo 13. This is an epic movie. Actually, saw this recently again. Again, as a historical document, this is really good.
Oh, so this one's more accurate than Amadeus was.
This is apparently quite true to actual events.
You know something I'm noticing by these videos?
Yeah?
You and I really like Ron Howard films.
Ron Howard makes good films.
we talked about Parenthood like crazy last week,
Yeah.
and that was Ron Howard.
Yeah.
And now we've got, and he also did Backdraft, which you and I
Yep,
were talking
great film.
about. Great film, yeah. So when we come across more Ron Howard, I'm sure to bring it up again. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just down 3 out of
Yeah.
3 films that we really enjoyed.
Yeah.
All Ron Howard films,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up
Oh, yeah,
watching Ron Howard on Happy Days. So
Yeah,
at the
I was a
Cunningham.
bit young for that. I remember seeing the Happy Day reruns in the
Yeah.
80s and stuff like that. But for me, Ron Howard, I feel like the first movie I watched by him was Parenthood. Not that I knew it was Ron Howard back then. I wasn't paying attention to who directors were.
Also, fun fact, he puts his brother in almost every one of his films.
Yes, that's true, yeah. Okay.
Oh, The Arrival. Is this the Jodie Foster one?
No. That was that called The Arrival? I thought that was called Contact.
No, that's called Contact. Sorry. It's an alien one. Who's in this?
Oh, this is Charlie Sheen.
That explains why I haven't seen it. I've never been a Charlie
Absolute
Sheen.
hidden gem. This came out the same year as Contact.
Oh, okay.
And,
right.
When we were doing all the alien films, like it was the thing in the mid 90s, come 96, 97, 95. We were all about alien films at the time. There was, Final Analysis, and there was the one where they showed people actually getting onto and being kidnapped by aliens, and then there was The Arrival and Contact, and I need to go on, like Deep Impact. That wasn't aliens. That was
a meteor hitting Earth.
A meteor crashing Earth. Sorry, I'm way off on that one. Okay. Anyway, what I was saying, right? Aliens being coming to visit us or making themselves known.
Yes.
And so
Spielberg.
This is another one of those. There's a
Spielberg.
beautiful box set version of this that you can get that looks like this. And I would love to have my hands on that. But yeah, you should check this film out. It's actually pretty good.
I was going to say Spielberg has a new Alien Contact movie coming out this year.
You know what? I don't need another Spielberg Alien Contact movie, I'll be honest with you. I feel like he's had that, run. I want to see more like action films and stuff like that. But more Ready Player One kind of films, I really like that. You didn't like Ready Player One?
It didn't really work.
You know what didn't work was that stupid bloody Indiana Jones movie you made.
I haven't watched any of the late Indiana Jones sequels.
Yeah, no, Doll of Destiny and that one with the alien head. Oh,
Crystal Skull or whatever it was called.
Yeah, no, that's a funny thing. That is if Spielberg was a new director, he would be so forgotten about nowadays. Because he's got such a great history of E.T. and Jurassic Park and stuff like that. Yeah. One can't deny his brilliance, but he's so lazy with his movies these days. He just doesn't need to impress, and he doesn't try as hard at things. Same with James Cameron. I'm sorry. I found that the Avatar films so boring. And it's like, stop doing it. It's wasting talent. You've got this brilliant hands that can create film that can do really interesting things, and you're just doing the same shit.
I haven't watched any of the sequels, but they're insanely profitable, so he's going to keep doing them.
Number 3 wasn't.
I thought it was.
Nope. Hang on.
Gonna look it up?
Yeah, let's do it real quick. Okay. Okay, remembering number 1 took $1 billion. Bullshit, it took 1.4 billion. That's rubbish.
See? Told you it did. $400 million in the US, 1 billion worldwide. Told you it was insanely profitable.
That's just rubbish. Because number 2, yeah, okay, that's interesting, isn't it? Number 2 was actually the third highest grossing out of the three of them. Yeah, because we went to see number 2, man, and I was sitting there just going.
I still haven't watched number 2.
Sophie the same. Sophie loves dolphins and whales and all those animal shit that's underwater. And even that, she's still sitting there going, this is boring, you know. All right, let's do another movie.
Next movie.
I've never heard of this one.
Burt Reynolds in Breaking TV.
No, Breaking
Is that
In.
like a Kentucky Fried Movie
and that's a
type
safe.
thing?
It looks like, because it says Samuel Goldwyn down the bottom. That's the Samuel Goldwyn logo. You see those on sort of low budget films.
Yeah.
Like made for TV movies. And this just screams out like made for TV.
Or even made for home video. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. But it's in absolutely mint condition.
Well, that's
directed by Bill Forsyth. Bill Forsyth, I know that name. Does that ring a bell to you, Bill Forsyth?
Vaguely, but I can't attach anything to it.
Bill Forsyth, Scottish film director. He made Local Hero.
Okay, that's a good film.
There's a lot of films that he made, though. Whew, okay. Oh, Cloak and Dagger. I like that one. Okay, Breaking In. Let's do a little synopsis. Ernie is a veteran safecracker who takes on Mike, an amateur thief, who has a lot to learn about life in his new profession. While on the job, they slowly bond together as father and son.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut that up with put a trailer in front of it. Okay, here we go. Next one is Boys on the Side.
Oh, this is a girl coming of age movie. Good.
Oh, this is
great cast.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This is this is a chick flick. It's a coming of age chick flick, and it's pretty good. Multi-generational, obviously, when you look at
an advertisement in the newspaper that she's searching for a companion to accompany her on a cross-country expedition to California. Jane, Whoopi Goldberg, answers the advertisement and joins her. Directed by Herbert Ross, who made The Goodbye Girl, The Secret of My Success, Footloose, and Still Magnolias.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good chick flick coming of age movie.
All right, here's one you know.
Oh, hell yes. Speaking of bad historical documents but great movies. It's a gatefold. Oh my God, that's so hot. Look at him. Mel, so sexy. And two of him in the one picture for some reason, but you know.
Yeah.
But great movie. Just, again, Mel Gibson knows how to structure a movie. He knows story structure. He knows character development. He's like Clint Eastwood, just a really good maker of the fundamentals of filmmaking.
Fundamentals of good filmmaking.
Yeah. Making a good, coherent, well-structured film.
Well-structured film. That was the
Yeah.
first Mel Gibson directed movie that I ever saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad it's good film. I like
Good
it,
movie.
and it's in the bargain basement. So go for it, go nuts, guys.
Oh, what's this? Is the film cool? I
This
don't know
is
this.
really interesting. This film. This came out in the '40s, and it's an entirely black cast. It's called Carmen
Oh,
Jones, and it's got the banana boat guy.
Harry Belafonte.
Yeah, that's it. Delafonte. Yeah, thank you. I was thinking Harry what? Harry Della something. Yeah, Harry Delafonte and Delafonte, sorry, and Dorothy Dandridge, and yeah,
That's
really
just
cool.
as an
1950s,
historical
sorry,
document.
1950s. This was, and
Yeah.
this is a historical film because to have an all black cast back then was like,
Yes.
hey, no, that's a box office suicide. What are you doing?
Yeah. That's
So yeah.
really cutting edge stuff. Yeah.
I don't have much to say about the film because I haven't seen it myself. To be honest, I never knew it existed. I just learned about it today
Yeah.
when I was taking photos of it. But it looks pretty cool, I must say.
Looks like a pretty significant bit of Hollywood history, really.
Hmm. All right, we're nearly done. Oh, it's a last film.
Oh, okay. Well, our last one. Ah, from the man who bought you Mad Max.
Yeah. Because if you've watched Mad Max and you need a break,
Yeah.
but you want to stick to the same director, Happy Feet's another alternative as well.
Yeah. And the fact this was just so successful. The guy who can make really breaking new ground post-apocalypse action films can also make like a near perfect family film like Babe. It's amazing that he can do both.
I've never seen this at the cinema, and the little mouse that introduced each chapter of the movie was just so cute, But yeah, no, he didn't actually. George didn't actually direct this. It's directed by Chris Newton, but George Miller did produce it and he wrote it. So yeah, he had a big part in. You can really. He got his elbows deep into the film.
Oh yeah,
sure.
no, it's this. This was very driven by George
hired
Miller.
a go-to director to take a little weight off his shoulders.
Yeah.
He did direct the second one though, Babe Pig in the City. And that sums up our 30 for this week.
I tell you what, if those were all in the bargain bin, people,
not all of them. No. Gleaming the Cube, for instance, is like $100. That's a really rare disc.
All right.
But
so they're not
most of them, I'd say about 3/4 of those are bargain basement discs, and I'm just filling the bargain basement back up again.
Yeah. So I know Gleaming the Cube is expensive due to rarity. In terms of quality,
it's very sought after. People my age love skateboarding movies. Airborne. Have you ever heard of Airborne? That movie about the rollerblade kid? It's fucking terrible, and it sells for nearly $200 because people my age love rollerblades.
Rollerblade tragics. I got to have the movie.
Yeah, it's just nostalgia, and it sells. I'm sorry, but it does. And I'm not going to sell my copy for $10 when everyone else has theirs listed at $100. I'm going to go mine $90. I'll keep it under,
of course,
but I'm not giving them away for free. I've got to be able to run the business so I can get more discs and then keep going, keep running the business.
If any of those are in the bargain bin, they're worth it because there are some really good movies in there.
Oh yeah, Apollo and Braveheart. That classic Burt Reynolds breaking in movie. If there ever was a classic film to buy, But seriously, there's some good fun movies there. Some absolute classics.
That's for the Burt Reynolds completists, that one. Someone who has to have everything Burt Reynolds did.
Yeah. Look, Burt Reynolds did some fun movies. He has a great on-screen presence. I can get why people would want to collect all the Burt Reynolds films. Same with Clint Eastwood. You know, there's some great Clint Eastwood films that,
Yeah,
like he had a really good charisma, even though there are some movies that are a bit cheesy. The one that comes to mind is called Tightrope, where he gets kidnapped and raped by a woman, which is hilarious.
yeah.
Um, and then
There's a lot
there's the
of weird
Rookie.
sexual fetish stuff in Tightrope.
There's the Rookie one where he teams up with Charlie Sheen
Mm-hmm.
and teaches him how to be a cop. You know, it's like Dirty Harry mixed with like this young cop.
There was one good line in The Rookie that I always remember. There's like a whole bunch of over the top stunts in the car and crash, and it's all out of control, and finally stops after all this wild stuff's happened. And Clint Eastwood just looks over at Charlie Sheen and goes, "Are you okay?" And Charlie Sheen just goes, "I don't know. Are you done?" In the context of the movie, it was just like, because a bunch of really over the top ridiculous stuff happens and they come through it unscathed, and it was just like Charlie Sheen going, "What are you doing to me, man?"
Yeah, this is what you're training me to do. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again. I love having this conversation every Tuesday. This is a lot of fun. And thank you
Great.
for checking out the video, guys.
Comment, subscribe. Again, if we've missed anything in our description of any of the films, tell us.
Yeah.
But I think there's some really worthwhile ones in that collection.
Yeah. And yeah, thank you for watching the show. I really appreciate it again. And yeah, I'll see you next week. We will see you
Bye-bye.
next week.
Awesome. All right, stop. Okay. Good stuff.
Did that? I hope that recorded. Okay.
What's this doing? Switch this off. There we go. All right.
One second.
Sorry, just saw Harry's been commenting Zootopia 2 made $1 billion. Okay.
Audio. All right, testing.
You're good? What's happening? Yes, after we actually finished the Laserdisc chat before 10. You got through a lot of movies.
No, I've broken my sound now.
Mm.
Oh, well, anyway, if you can hear me, thank you again.
I can hear you. It's
You
fine.
rock. You always do. And I'll talk to you on Friday.
Yeah, Friday we do Angry Bunch for anyone who's up for it.
With a yes or a no, will you be, before you go to out on Thursday night, will you be available around 3:00 again like last week to watch the video with me when I premiere it? Sick. All right. I'm going to get off and watch you on YouTube. Thanks, guys. Thanks for putting up with me
again. For
again.
anyone who can hear me, I can probably watch the premiere of it because I'll be working from home, so I can have it on while I'm working. Yeah. So far, yes, Empire Strikes Back was a good sequel. Many people think it's the best Star Wars movie. And also, I do want to go back to 20 minutes ago. Harry said Spielberg's first film, Duel, it's great. It's very good. I saw that before I knew who Steven Spielberg was. It was just this great thing with this guy being menaced by a truck driver, and you don't know why the truck is menacing him, and you never see them. Good movie though. We briefly mentioned Spielberg doing another Alien Contact movie. I've forgotten what it's called, but I saw the trailers for it and it was like, oh, this actually looks interesting. So I'm not keen enough to go and see it in the cinema. There's a couple films coming out that might tempt me into the cinema this year. Project Hail Mary is one of them. June 3's another, and they're coming out 6 months. I think they're coming out like 6 months apart. That's it. Thanks, Heine. Disclosure Day. That's what the Spielberg Alien movie's called. Looks kind of cool, honestly. For a truck driver through his junk for a rubbish driving car for no reason. Amphetamines might have been the reason, Safa. Probably wasn't throwing it at you. He's probably just off his chops and just throwing stuff out. Yeah, honey, watch the trailer. See what you think of it. We can chat. And my next stream's on Friday. I won't be streaming on Thursday. It's my anniversary with Mrs. Angry. And we have a very special night out, a very special cocktail experience that I'm assuming they'll be okay if I shoot video of it. And if they are, I'll be editing it together for a YouTube video because it's a very special cocktail experience we're going to. Yeah, I think, well, you know what? Before I eat the cherries, it's time to add a little bit of flavor to the orange peel so Mrs. Angry can add it to her hot chocolate in the morning. So will it be busy in the CBD on Thursday night? Probably. Oh, you always want to... Okay. My train was busy. I get an early train, and it was busier than usual this morning. I had an appointment with my hand therapist at 9. So at about 8:45, I was walking past Parliament Station because I was going to St. Vincent's, which is just near Parliament Station. And a train or multiple trains must have just come in because a fucking wall of people, so many people came out. So seems like, yeah, you didn't ask about the train, so I'm just filling you in. Man, there were so many people. It was actually quite freaky. Like I walked out of the office and there's just this mass of people coming out of Parliament Station. It was actually quite freaky. No, it's not. No, it's not because of the new stations. It's just it was like people were coming to work at 9 o'clock, and they just, I get to work at like 7:30 now with the changes to the trains. I used to get to work at about 7:45, and with the changes they've made, I now get in about 7:30 because I like to start early and finish early. And yes, I've got to send you the audio file tomorrow, Charlie. Remind me to do it. Yeah, just remind me to do it, and I'll do it. No, I don't wear a mask in trains. I haven't worn a mask for a long time. I'm still kind of averse to going to cinemas, but like I said, the ones that might tempt me to go, Project Hail, or might tempt me to go to IMAX, Project Hail Mary and June 3. Films I really want to see that are coming out. I think one's due out soon called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. That looks trippy as fuck. I think that's about to come out. Disclosure Day, I'm kind of interested to see, but I definitely wouldn't go to the cinema for it. There's probably a couple more. I think I did that recently, went through the release schedule for movies for the rest of the year and mentioned which ones sound interesting to me and which ones I don't know a damn thing about. I saw one review described Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die like a Black Mirror episode. Called it the best Black Mirror episode for years. It's a time travel apocalypse thing. We did the IMAX. Yeah. But that was the IMAX list. I think on another stream last week, prior to Friday, I just went through films being released for the rest of the year. And there were a few, and I can't remember them all. But yeah, I think the only IMAX ones that will tempt me will be Project Hail Mary and June 3. I think the last IMAX film I saw was A24's Civil War, which I enjoyed. I've watched that a couple of times. I think that's a good movie. There's just one bit towards the end that's fucking stupid. Oh, no one was a fan of Mars Attacks. It had some funny stuff, and in fact, it had some quite funny stuff, but they didn't quite bring it together as a movie. So hopefully you like to go to movies that were shot for IMAX in cinema. I probably still regret not seeing Sinners in IMAX. After seeing Ryan Coogler nerding the fuck out about all the different film formats he shot in, so the different way you could, like, there was some very special versions of Sinners that you could only see in like 4 cinemas in the entire world, because there were only 4 cinemas geared up to show it at its full effect. But yes, I feel like I do quite regret not seeing Sinners in IMAX, because that's just such an immersive film. Actually, I kind of want to rewatch Sinners. Yeah, I agree, Theodore. If they make something for IMAX, they're reasonably confident that it's going to be a good movie. But, I might just rewatch Sinners on Mrs. Angry hasn't seen Sinners. I might try and talk her into sitting down and watching Sinners on the weekend. See if she likes it. Cherry time. I love these cherries so much. So if I stayed at home yesterday, because Mrs. Angry was staying home, she had a migraine and all that, so I would have stayed home, except I had both my hand therapist and a really important session with management face-to-face. So I went into the office today. Oh, okay. Hopefully, it's Mrs. Angry's the one watching Babylon 5. Babylon 5 is fine. So for anyone who doesn't know it, Babylon 5 is a TV sci-fi show that was airing about the same time as Star Trek: The Next Generation. Most people think Babylon 5 is better storytelling and more interesting politics than Star Trek. It's kind of funny watching it, because they got a lot of these space battle stuff, which is very obviously computer-generated graphics. And you look at it and go, oh, I bet you were super proud of how cool this computer-generated graphics was in the 90s. Yes, Dr. Abigail, Babylon 5 is more like Star Trek Deep Space Nine. But, it's basically pretty good and pretty entertaining. The CGI was all done on the Amiga. Yeah, it's just kind of funny watching it and going, oh, I bet you were so proud of this digital space battles at the time. And it's like dated really badly. But, it's actually pretty good on story and character development, and particularly being subtle and complex with the politics. I like it. Yeah, so Deep Space Nine is probably my favorite of the, pre-2000 Star Trek, really. Anyway, I am going to go to bed now. So I'm going to thank you, fine and funky people, for hanging out and keeping me company tonight. And just to say, for about the 100th time tonight, I'm not streaming on Thursday, but there might be some very interesting video to see from it, from the fancy cocktail thing I'm going to. All things being equal, streaming on Friday, but I can't stay up late. I double barrel can't drink a lot. I'm going to drink. But like last Friday, I stayed up till 2, but didn't drink that much. I can't stay up to 2 because I'm doing a blood donation on Saturday. And so I can't show up for a blood donation looking fucked up and tired, or like with alcohol in my breath, or they won't take my blood donation. So I'll probably stay up till like midnight, but I definitely won't stay up beyond midnight. So yeah, this will be my 3rd blood donation. I get to get a special prize. I get a prize for donating blood 3 times. I think I know what I'm going to get, but I have to check what they have on offer. Can't stay up super late on Friday. Can't get super shit-faced on Friday. Boo-hoo, disappointing on both fronts. But we'll stream on Saturday night. But again, not going to go super late or get super fucked up on Saturday night. But maybe, maybe a bit late, maybe till midnight, have a few drinkies, but not get super fucked up. So you all take care. I'll see you another time. But bye for now.